Alright, you masters, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today we're going to talk about the M38 alpenflack jacket and Swiss Army uniform, and how it can help you, what are the positives, what are the negatives of it. I already made a video about this, but there is always new things you can discover about this. And the thing is about this system is the Swiss didn't believe in like webbing and gear that you wear around your uniform. So what did they do? They said, why don't we sew all the pockets, ammo pouches, all this and that, and the backpack, why don't we sew them in onto the uniform instead of wearing it above it? And that is the result of it. And I must say, this is a very, very interesting piece of gear, I would say. It's in a way unique in how it functions, but you can also use it as a bug out jacket. A bug out jacket, what is this? A bug out jacket is perhaps a little bit more grey man or more stealthy, light to carry during an evacuation instead of wearing a backpack that might make you bigger, a bigger silhouette. Perhaps you need more to be more camouflaged. Perhaps you will be less likely to be held back by criminals, police, official authority, and checkpoints, that kind of stuff. So that's a reason why this uniform could be handy. So before we start to talking, unraveling this, if you're interested in detective stories, there will be a link to my book called Bloody Crosses. It's in Dutch. If you're interested, take a look in the link in the description. Alright, so as you can see, it might look a little bit bulky, but the reason why is there's a lot of shit inside this. Most of my gear from my bug out bag I have now inside of this jacket. But before we're going to take it out, another cool feature about this alpenflack jacket is this hood. You would say it's just a hood, a big hood, because they used to wear helmets above it. But there is a cool feature about this. If you open this front, you can open this, and that way you can open a face camouflage, so that way you don't have to put camouflage on top of your face. And as you can see, you can almost not see my face, but I can see everything clearly around me. So that is actually a cool piece of simple gear that you can have on this uniform. I don't know if the light is good, but I find it a very neat thing. And it's also directly, you roll it up and you just put the button back on, and there you go. So you got a hood. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of this thing. I would say good thing about this, you can carry a lot of shit inside this. I will take everything out within a minute, don't you worry about that. And also, what I also like about this is so how versatile it is in a way of tactical, I would say. So whether it's for a bug out, evacuation, perhaps just for a fishing trip, hiking, or perhaps some you want to be stealthy, it's very handy. Doesn't make a lot of noise. Only a few things like this little piece of hanger. I don't know if you can see this, but it is one of those built-in carabines, so you can hang your rifle on top with a sling on top of it. So that's also very handy. You can hang other things like a map case or something else that you don't always have to open a pack, so you can carry more. In the backside, there is, in this uniform, there is a backpack inside of it, but the thing is also you can, and with at the shoulders and this part, you can hang an extra bag. I don't have this bag, but you can hang it on top of it. And this bag used to be where you put rifle grenades, anti-tank rifle grenades on your back in the Swiss Alps. So that's also a very neat thing. Disadvantages of this, as you can see, it is camouflage that is most suitable for the Alps. so in the mountainous areas, and that's why it's called alpenflacken, as the name of the uniform color. So yeah, it doesn't work everywhere. It's not the worst. It's not the worst kind of camouflage, I would say, from far away, but from close, is for close encounters, it's not really that good of camouflage. So it's not for every environment. Another thing I want to tell you is the reason why I like backpacks is because all the weight get distributed onto your waist or your hips. So that way you will not feel it in your back. The problem with this is the more stuff you carry with this, the pressure will be on your shoulder, and for a prolonged time of carrying, it might, depending on how much you carry, because I carry a lot right now, but you can carry much less and do more with less, and that could solve that problem. Another thing I would want to say about the positive things is it is very well made. You might think that it's just some cotton cloth, but perhaps I will show you in a minute. If you open this vest, if you open everything up, then everything is reinforced. Every pouch on the inside is being reinforced extra, so it will not rip that easily. Another thing that could be better, but perhaps is a good thing and a bad thing. It's not really that waterproof. So usually, if it's going to rain, you're going to take out your poncho and carry it above it, and it's mostly for keeping you warm. But because it's so breathable, it's very good for in the summertime. When it's get too hot, you can carry this, and it's a little bit breathable, lighter, and yeah, will take less heat in. So yeah, for summer, good. Winter and autumn, I would say carry a rain poncho with you at least, and during cold times, like in the winter, carry a woolen sweater beneath it, like they used to do in the Swiss army. So that's also something that you need to be aware of this. Everything can also be adjusted. There are zippers that open up, so you can carry big gloves for in the winter. Very good. This is part of the hangers for the backpack that would go around that you can attach to your back. But you can also hang other stuff like walkie-talkies, rifle holsters, or perhaps some other tactical gear that you want on top of it. So that's very good. It's also very good. How do you say this? Divided. This is full of shit right now, but with other gear I have sometimes a problem that my elbow always gets hooked onto something, especially if you're going to use a rifle. You are more, how do you say this? It's very more maneuverable, that you can never get latched onto something. That's very good. There are also some reinforced pouches, so you can lay down without breaking this too much, or putting some wear and tear on top of this. I don't know if you can see the difference between the materials, but it is also totally reinforced at the elbows. So that's also very good. And yeah, it's also what I like is it's not the most expensive. This is from a surplus military store. So yeah, it's very cheap, yet so versatile. And it's also, yeah, I find it stylish, so to say. So let's get on to the what shit is inside of this. So let's begin with the, yeah, because this thing has pockets like crazy. You will shoot out filled every pocket inside of this, so you will see. So let's open this up. That's a shoulder. Israeli bandages, very important. It's between a tourniquet and a pressure bandage. So always have this at a place that you are easy accessible. So if you're wounded, you lay down, that you can just take it out and use it wherever you want. Especially if you're going to shoot, this arm is usually more exposed than the other. So yeah, that's something very handy. Let's open one of the ammo pouches. Emergency blanket can be used. It can be handy to use if you are have to build shelter or to sleep somewhere where it's cold. As like I said, this is a very light material, so in wintertime carry a woolen sweater beneath it, or with an extra, poncho against the wind and holding more of your heat in. It's a very good combination with that. Soap, a bar of soap. This is soap with glycerin, so you can wash your hands, wounds, and you can also wash your clothing with it. So you can keep your uniform clean after you rolled up in the mud with it, or wash your hands or wounds with this. Always keep it in a plastic bag for moisture. So I prefer this than liquid soaps because yeah, liquid soaps can be are done more or easier depleted. Tourniquet, in case of major bleeding. A multi-tool, always very important. This is my H2 water filter with that can create some how do you say this? Some Javel, how do you say this? Bleach. It can create bleach, so you can measure this up to. I made a whole video about this, that you can measure this up to the canteen that you want to purify water with it. Fire striker to start the fire. Salt to put salt water to put in inside of the, how do you say this? Inside of the H2O water purifier. Now we're going to the next ammo pouch. Some wire, nylon wire for fishing, repairing clothes, thread and needle, all can always be handy. Some birch, not birch, what do I say? It's one of my improvised fire starters. I made a whole video about this, why this is one of the best fire starters. You can light hundreds of fires with this one, with only a spark. Dynamo torch, so yeah, always handy. Now we're going to the next. That is for the water filter that is inside of this pouch. So you can roll this, you can thread this on this, and you can push water, or you can directly drink for directly drinking water to purify it. So hand saw, pocket saw for building a shelter. Balaclava, like a ski mask, if you're going to use going to sleep where it's very cold, if you want to warm up the face. Emergency radio doubles as a light, and information is very important, and to charge something. A jar of honey, real honey, is a good source of calories and also some medicinal applications. Some paracord to build a shelter. I think I'm ready with this one. Oh, there's still something. There's always a surprise in this. Some paper towels, can always be handy. Let's open this pouch. A block of lard, and that goes together with some oatmeal. So with this you can create some oatmeal cakes, and these are very good rations to go for a long time. Some cayenne pepper. If you're going to get some food in like hunting or foraging, you can make even the blandest foods a little bit better. So let's open this up. We got a map, some weatherproof notes, a pencil, and a compass. That is all inside of this. And this could be fitted inside of this inner pocket. So inside there's also a very big pocket. And like I said before, as you can see, all the pockets inside are reinforced, and you can also adjust everything to your size. So that's also very, very beautiful about this. Let's go to the back. This is of course, my fill bottle. And this is the fill bottle, together with a canteen to drink and an improvised stove where you can put on top of fire, so you can cook meals or water with it. So that's also something that is inside of this. Right. let's go to the middle back pocket. There are a lot of pockets inside of this. Pockets for days. So, rain poncho can also double. I made a whole video about this. Can also double as a sleeping bag system. So, very handy. We got a shamak. Also made a video 50 survival uses for a shamak. I'm not gonna call them all because I only have this much battery life. Some straw rum, which is like 80% alcohol for wounds, bartering, and for keeping the spirits up. Can be very handy. And to disinfect wounds, of course. And a trench tool, a shovel. Can always be handy for self-defense, building a shelter, or as an improvised chair to sit on, digging latrines. And I think I got everything, I believe. Yeah, I think I got everything. But like I said, as you can see, this is a very light jacket, even though it might look heavy. And you can roll this up to a very small ball, in contrary to some other uniforms that will still be bulky. This is the smallest you can fold it up. So, as you can see, inside of this jacket, there was all the stuff that was inside of it. So, no backpack, only, the uniform, and all this stuff could be fitted inside of it. The only downside is, if you're going to wear it for a long time with all this weight, for some people it can be heavy, but it can also be positive. So instead of a bug out bag that anyone just can take, or is the first thing that will drown, that burglars or robbers will be drawn to, is a backpack. But usually if you see a jacket, you just see a jacket, especially if it's a weird colored jacket that anyone can see. Thieves do not want to be recognized with stuff from other people. So a backpack can be bought from anybody. So you cannot say, that's my backpack, from far away, or tell to somebody saw my backpack, it looked like this, but everybody walks around with the same type or color of backpacks. Yeah, then it's hard to find the thief or the robber. But with this jacket, you can lay it at home, and a burglar or robber will not be their priority, is what I'm trying to say. So that's a handy tip that you can do. Easy to transport. You can put it inside of your car as a sort of bug-out bag that you can take directly. And like I said before, if a criminal looks inside of your car window and they only see a jacket and no backpack, yeah, that's less likely that they will smash the window and grab and snag it from your car. So there are pros, there are cons, but depending on the situation, it can be very advantageous in certain situations. So yeah, it never hurts to have this on the side, or in case you take the bug out bag and your partner, a friend, a neighbor, you just say, take this jacket, and they will help you with carrying more stuff in a more handy way. And it's also handier for self-defense kind of tactical situations. So yeah, I hope this video was interesting. The video has only 10 seconds, so like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and see you in the next video. Cheers!